Welcome to part 30 of my Celts campaign, playing as the Picts. It's basically, if you look at the date at the top, I've actually pushed forward quite a few turns. The reason being is that down here I broke my own rule and expanded a little bit too quickly, so I've actually managed to get lumbered with a whole series of regions here that need to be rebuilt. So I've got a whole series here, and so I've had I did record one episode, but I think it wasn't particularly that interesting for me, and I can assure you it wouldn't be particularly interesting for you, because it consisted purely and simply of me running through turns, building up these settlements, trying to get them underway. So I'll have a quick update of what happened. So I'll start with the family. What happened was I was having quite serious issues to do with public order, and my faction leader had managed to accumulate some pretty horrendous traits, which was effectively giving me public order problems all over my different regions. What actually happened was that last turn, or 2 turns ago, he actually died at the age of 66, so I didn't need to assassinate him, and the heir took over. Now, I just need to check, yeah, so we got a new faction leader. His traits are pretty good at the moment. He's doing quite well as a governor. He's pushing there. I don't know if I can improve his traits anymore. He's currently got personal influence +2. I think he needs to keep that, unless there's something that actually increases his personal influence even more. No, still got personal influence +2. Barbarian map, loaded dice, nope. Golden armoring, nope, nothing there. So he's the new faction leader, and of course what actually happened was this guy down here was actually made heir, but he's another bastard son, so it'd be a bastard son of a bastard son. And what I actually did is I've made this guy his heir, purely and simply because he is the real son of the previous faction leader. And what I've done is now given him +2 personal influence. He's actually a general at the moment. He's got a few reasonable traits as a governor, so what I'm going to do is probably make him a governor when one of these guys dies, because they're all getting I think there's 1 or 2 of them now. I don't know, they're not that old. But what I'll probably do is go through these guys, see if anyone's got some bad traits. Actually, I'll do that now. Let's see. Foreign interest, loyalty. He's a good governor. Let's see if we got any bad governors. No, because generally these have all been picked. Oh, Alan Rye's good, so I'm not going to worry about him. He's the faction heir. Who's in Mauritania? He's not quite so good, but then he's not that much cop as a general either, so Mauritania. Let's just check this guy. These are a couple of new governors which have just come in. I think probably he's in Mauritania. I think what we'll do is we'll kick him out as a governor, make him a companion, So can I the reason I'm doing this is I know it's contrary to a lot of the way a lot of other players play, in the sense that they like to have their generals in the front line and really get stuck in and kick ass. Now the problem I have with that is that so let's see if we can, so he's here. If I kick him out, who can I replace him with? No one at the moment anyway, because I haven't enough money. I'm currently about to enter a period where I'm going to be attacking the Huns. Now fighting the Huns is going to be a war of attrition, and I am going to lose armies and possibly even settlements. So what I don't want is to have my faction leader or heir exposed to being destroyed. As you can see, my family tree isn't particularly that strong at the moment. I've got a few coming through. We got this guy here, which we could probably, he's a new there. Got a few traits that might be worth developing, but some of my generals are aging as well, so I don't want to expose my faction leader and heir to battle, and if they can't get in, what I might do is if things improve, I might parachute them in, put them into an army, but at the moment I'm just going to be a bit cautious. Now actually you can run up to Lindum. Right, so that covers the family tree. Now what I've started the process of, come down to here, I've started a process of trying to reconstitute my armies to fight the Huns, because the problem I've got is, unlike other factions like the Romans, I have, most of my troops have pretty poor missile block and melee defense. I mean, the best guys are these here and these here, but as you can see they've got very reasonable missile block chance, but they're not going to stand against Hunnic archers. My cavalry speed is pretty low in relation to Hunnic horsemen, so any battle I fight with the Huns, I need the odds on my side. There's no way one of these stacks is going to go toe to toe with one of the elite Hunnic stacks that will appear. So what I'm going to do is I'm recruiting dog units into my armies. I'm not sure don't know if it's going to work, but the idea is that the only units that will have the capability to catch Hunnic horse archers and disrupt them will be dogs, and these guys, the crossbowmen, might be able to take them down. I eventually will bring in these black blades, and so build up the black blades, although my economy, despite first appearances, looks quite strong, but it's not that strong to actually take on the UR warriors, because these are the guys that are capable of going toe to toe, but they've got to be able to charge, so they can't just stand there, absorb the attack. So I've got a bit of a problem from that point of view. Victory conditions, the best one at the moment is cultural victory, because I've now got a large city, Hall of Elders, Mead Hall, and the only thing I need now is to get 5 more provinces with my 5 more provinces where my culture is dominant. Military victory is not quite so going. Scansia is going to be a problem. I can't send troops up here. I mean, if you look, the Geats and the Angles have been fighting toe to toe up here for quite some time. I can't send forces up there to capture Scansia at the moment because I can't afford a war with anybody else. I need to sack or loot one more settlement, which shouldn't be that big a problem. I've got to destroy a few more factions and I need to control 2 more settlements by direct ownership or anything. The same with the Divine Triumph. There's a long way to go in that area, but the focus at the moment will have to be the Huns. The Huns have been in this, have arrived. As you can see, they've come down here. They've actually destroyed the Saxon settlements that were my buffer. So now this front line here is the front line. Attila was here with the attack on, I think that was Vicentio, yeah, and I've actually wounded him several times, so I'm starting to hit him with agents, but I'm still not at war with the Huns, and I'm trying very hard at the moment to avoid all-out war with the Huns, purely and simply because I need these areas to be a lot more built up, a lot more stronger. Like Medlem, I like to get to a level 3 because I need the big garrisons here. Slovakia needs to go up to a level 2. So I'm not quite ready yet to go toe to toe with the Huns. So and so that's basically where we stood. Sorry for the pretty long introduction. I'm going to go for an end turn. Got lots of characters here. We'll just start. So we get for cunning, line of sight, action agent. Might as well get that. Get you some zeal in. Governor. Probably cunning. I don't know if that benefits a cunning. Yep. At the moment it's a question of trying to get anything that will improve my capabilities. I'm not going to assign a provincial governor until I've swapped rounds the troops.
You are strong and wise, and yet I wonder why you stand aside from this. I fear my
I need to be able to focus all my energy on the Huns. See where they are. Nope, looks like they are still knocking around. Need to keep an eye on the Geats. They've been a bit of a pain in the neck, but they keep coming over, seeing if my armies are weak. That's one reason why there's an army in Narbus. The Jutes have landed some armies and pushed off up north. Hopefully they were fighting the Huns. Oh, what do we have here? Next climate change. Something. I'll just let you watch this cinematic.
Abandon all hope.
Who has become for us wisdom from God?
Only faith could save them. The righteous cried out in fear. Do not listen to the false prophecies of the heretics. Cast them out, for they have brought the scourge to our door. And when he opened the 5th seal, I saw the souls of them that were slain for the word of God. No mercy for the wicked.
The disease again, devastation. Time marches on. Abandon all hope. There, I've actually got some money. Governor, so there. So we're on chapter 4, which means that climate change has happened. So this means it's going to make even more important for my armies to Right, let's find. Right, first things first. Where's my faction heir? Oh, I got him kicked. Did I kick him out? Right. Oh no, he's down here. So I've now got this guy here. See who's the best one. He's 24, he's 17. Well, we'll get this guy in. I think he's built up a bit more experience. So he's now a general. He's got public order, local province. That would be quite useful. Unless there's anything better in here. Military presence, morale, surgeon. Research 1% faction wide, that would be quite nice. Research rate faction wide. Guess you're going to go for that. Construction costs, campaign spotting chance, growth local province, upkeep costs, mercenaries. No, we'll keep that. So when you're moving around, I think what we'll do is I think Narbo needs to grow anyway, so having you stood there will be quite useful. That means my heir should be making back, and not this turn but next turn he can become a governor. Governor, hello governor, governor. So we've got some money to spend. As you can see, the climate change hasn't affected my areas too badly. So, because this is one of the problems with when you have climate change, that the whole area tends to drop quite dramatically. We'll just keep this guy knocking around. It looks like the Huns have gone off somewhere else. I'm a bit worried that they might have gone up here, and this area is actually still exposed. I think I need to get that up. I mean, I've got a reasonable garrison here, but it's still not high enough. These frontline forces areas do need to be built up quite considerably. Do I have anyone that's a problem still? Let's have a quick look. Reverse it. So Aquitania's. Well, that's because the army's here, but that's coming along. That's turned round. Do I build that up? Yep, I'm going to build that up. Purely and simply because that will give me a. Sounds the squalor here. I've got plenty of sanitation. Get some food going here. I'm going to build this up to allow me to start repopulating this if the Huns still keep at a distance. There we are, talking of the devil. So we're just going to have to. Normally when you fight the Huns, normally when there's one, there's normally another. So let's just see where. Good way to spot where Attila is there. So that means he's now moved forward and he's coming quite close. So Western Roman Separatists, if we can get
Be
some
welcome. Let us talk and then
get
enjoy
a trade
good
agreement
Roman
with you
wine
and
when
a
we
bit of
have agreed.
cash. Always try to get some extra cash if
We embrace
Yep.
this and
whenever it says high, it's always worth trying to get some extra cash, and cash is always good. The Jutes, they're improving. So let's see if we can get
God in
anything from
heaven,
them.
spare my
Arranged
arse.
marriage, daughter.
Well, why do you trouble
she's
my
a bit of a drunkard.
digestion today?
So actually, see if we can. Is she? This guy's going to need to get you into some action soon. So where's my? Oh, 28. No, she's not able to marry yet. So maybe if there's a governor here that's not. Let's actually just have a quick check of these governors. You're a governor, so let's see if we can get you into there as a judge. Let's get you in there as a judge. Got to keep these guys in as much as possible. I think we can get you in as an elder. Olin Rye's still at the top. You've just come of age, that's good. So we got another potential general there. You're coming along. The faction leader's putting on plenty of things. I'm rambling a bit, but as you can see, we've got the Huns here. That's here, and it says basically Attila's somewhere in this area, so they're close. So we may be getting some action that needs to go up. I know it's mainly building fortifications, it's not doing my economy much good, but to go. A quick recap down here. I've got the large city here, which has given me more than enough of a garrison there to defend. I've got this army here, which is effectively a reserve army. Let's see if we got any. Oops, no. We've got some contester spears. See, they've got metal block chance 40. Metal block chance 45. They're 93. They're 150. So metal block chance 25. Defense melee defense 46. So they got weaker melee defense. Melee attack 38, melee defense 62. So they got weaker melee defense, but what they do have is see, what I'm looking for, guys, is in some ways they're sacrificial troops. There, I can upgrade this guy. Everything a little helps. Should get rid of this guy. I don't think you're going to stand much chance. 991, 193, yep, so take you out. What I'm looking for is troops that are going to be sacrificial lambs, is probably the best way to describe it. They're going to be put forward. They can go be put into Testodo, and the Huns can waste their ammunition on them. And once they're killed, if they can survive. But basically, their job will be to stand there, absorb the things we're using Testodo. It's the only thing that can really give me a reasonable defense. So that's the thought process behind why I'm recruiting these mercenaries. What I would do actually is move these troops up. Got some sanitation issue here. I need to deal with that. I don't know what's causing it. So certainly need to deal with this. That would give me +2. That will give me just 1. That will give me 1. But we'll push that up. I can't afford to take any sanitation. So that's there. I've got 6,000 left to spend. Don't really need to build this up. That will give me there and cost me 30 extra food. Got the food down here. I need to push my economy up, purely and simply because if you look at this, my economy looks very, very strong, but if you look at my taxes and income, I'm very, very close. And what actually is pushing up and giving me this is 12,000 from trade. I know my tax level is normal, so I'm keeping that in reserve. But at the moment, I am very, very dependent on trade. in a big way. So if I lose that trade revenue, my economy is going to go through the floor like a rocket. So during the last turns I've got a marble stonecutter here, which I will probably take up if I've got the spare. Yeah, I've got plenty of that, so probably next turn or so I'll develop that. Right, what I'm going to do is an end turn. Got an admiral here. Give him some integrity, because these guys don't really, and a bit of naval battlement move.
What do you wish of me?
Foreign agent. Persuade, I need to get you down here, because I might be needing all your resources. Governor, no, so actually what I'm going to do, I think I've rambled on long enough here. I know I haven't done a lot of turns. I think I'm going to stop there actually. I don't think they'll never let you run the end turn over. I'll run the end turn over at the start of the next episode. As you can see, things are a bit mundane, but I have a feeling they're going to warm up quite quickly. Once that happens, I will start really getting into some regular episodes again. Until then, if you'll do a like and subscribe, and until the next time, enjoy yourself.